wanted to give a quick reading update of the last three books that I've read, starting with the worst to the best. The first book I'm going to be talking about is My Darkest Prayer by S.A. Cosby, which for me was a DNF. Um, I don't think the book is bad. I like the prose, I like the characters, and I like the dialogue, but the overall plot was very simple, and it was hard for me to stay engaged with the plot, and the characters and the prose and the dialogue weren't necessarily carrying the rest of the book for me. So for that simple reason, I had to DNF. Um, I know S.A. Cosby is one of the bigger writers that people talk about right now, and like I said, it's not that it was a bad book, just maybe not for me, but I'm gonna keep an open mind to it, and maybe it was a case of right book, wrong time, and kind of go from there. The second book was Nefando by Monica Ojeda, I think is how you say her name. Um, this is a translated book. It is a techno horror, and it's a weird one. It's a really weird one. The premise of the book is there's six roommates, all of whom have different hobbies and interests, but they all live together in Spain. And they're all going through an interrogation for a crime that was committed. Some videos that were uploaded to the dark web. This book has a lot of interesting aspects to it, and I think overall it was a really intriguing book, but there is definitely some over sexualized content. Um, I don't really know how to describe it besides that, but it wasn't a bad book. It was just some of that content specifically was pretty graphic and pretty intense. Um, like there were chapters that I skipped because one, they didn't really serve a purpose to the plot. They just kind of drove one character's narrative as she tries to find herself in that way. And two, it's graphic. It's tough to read in certain spots. Overall, I think I gave that book a 3 star on Goodreads. Again, not a bad book, but I think I skipped like a quarter of the book just because of some of the content that was in there. Um, but overall, solid resolution, really good story, especially for a translated book. Just not what I was expecting when I bought it. The last book that I'm going to be reviewing that I finally finished is Jade War by Fonda Lee. This is probably the second best book that I've read so far this year. If you're not familiar with the Greenbone saga, there's Jade City, Jade War, and Jade Legacy. Um, it follows a family of Greenbones who wear jade to obtain certain powers, and it also spikes certain senses for them. This was a really good second book in a trilogy. Fonda Lee has probably some of the best prose that I have ever read. Um, the thing that shines the most in her writing is the fact that every word seems so carefully placed and every sentence has meaning to it. There's no empty void dialogue that comes into play at all. It's just it's all there and it all serves a purpose. I gave this a 4 out of 5 on Goodreads.